It's no secret here on CRG that the Amiga is one of my favourite retro consoles. This is our main 1200, currently running the Switchback AGA demo. But if pushed to name my favourite Amiga, I would probably land on the CD32, the world's first 32-bit console. As you well know, my CD32 is expanded with this Kipper2K riser board and a Terrible Fire TF330, overclocked to 54 MHz. The only downside though to this wee console as it currently stands is just how exposed this riser card is. There is very much the possibility of touching one of these pins while reaching around the back to operate the power supply, potential to short something out and damage the console. Up until now, the only solution has been these rather ugly bits of PVC tape. But with thanks to fellow YouTuber 32bits, he has sent us something in the post, and I think it's pretty awesome. So as you probably guessed from that intro, 32bits has sent us a 3D printed cover that he designed for the Kipper2K riser. He's very kindly included a screw and a cap, and he also threw in this SD card extender. What could we ever use that for? Well, if you look around this side, he's included a little slot in his 3D print design. So if we remove this bit inside, we can put this in here. Just like that. Then we can put this wee cover back on. And that gives us access to an SD card from outside of the case. No more having to take this thing apart or remove this riser card to get to the CF card. Stops wear and tear on the edge connector here. Excellent. I will have to get an SD to IDE converter and a SD card, so we'll follow that up in a later video. For now though, let's just try and get this thing fitted. As you can see, it is unfortunately not just as simple as sliding it into place. This section of the riser card here gets in the way of the screw and this collar on the cover. So we may have to trim off a little bit of this, but we will definitely have to trim off part of this riser. Hopefully you can make out there the screw hole on the CD32, and it's partially obscured by this riser. So I have marked this in two positions here that we're going to have to try and file this down. You can see there's quite a bit of blank PCB here before we get to this large trace, which I think is just a big ground plane. I could be wrong though. We're going to try and stay away from it regardless. So what we're going to do is just take our files and we're just going to slowly grind down this section here, which will hopefully give us access to that screw hole. So let's remove our expansion. There's our TF330 with its overclocked 030 processor and nice little gold heatsink. And check out my previous videos if you're interested in what we did here. So it's this section here we need to remove between these two marks. I'm just going to use this rounded file here, and we're going to try and just grind this away very, very carefully. Right, I don't really want to go any closer to that trace. If we go any closer, we're going to hit it. So let's try this again. Help if I ground it away in the right place, wouldn't it? Hopefully we've got it right this time. Looks good. The screw hole is more or less clear. I still think though we're going to have to cut a bit of this off. Yeah, it's just not a perfect fit. This is definitely getting in the way. As you can see. I think we might have to actually take that off flush. Back here, with this bit. Well, there's it sort of in. It'll go in if you force it. Would that do? Could we live with it like that? Let's put a little bit of a belly in it there. But it is in. Have to try our screw. See if our screw is going to bite. It doesn't seem so. Right, bit more investigation required. Back in a minute. Right, we have it sorted. I had to cut that off flush, as I thought. And we also had to make the hole a bit bigger with our drill. But at least now everything fits, nice and comfortable. So let's put it back together. So as you can see now, with that bit removed, the cover sits nice and flush against the case. And now that we've made our hole a bit bigger, our screw lines up without having to put any pressure on this. Oh well, our cap won't stay closed. Let's just remove it. I'll get something better. In fact, I think it looks fine with just a screw on it, like that. There we have it. One nicely protected Kipper2K riser card. Last thing to do to this will be just to give it a bit of a rub down. I think we'll prime it and we'll try and paint it a colour similar to the CD32. Getting a match to this though might prove to be quite difficult, so we'll leave that for next time. But for now, thanks very much for watching. Now this is the part where I'd normally say, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up. But instead, what I'm going to do is ask you, if you enjoyed this video, please head over to 32Bits channel. Linked below in the description is his video where he created this riser card cover. And what I'd like you to do is check that out, hit a thumbs up on that video, and why not subscribe to 32Bits also. But for me, from CRG, thanks for watching. See you next time.